Hey everyone, I'm your host Janae, and welcome back to Model Release. Today on Model Release, we're joined by a standout in every sense. You've seen her on Harper's Bazaar in campaigns for Skims, Naked Wardrobe, Pretty Little Thing times Carucci, Ulta Beauty, and the iconic Black is Beauty Sephora commercial. With an unforgettable face card and that body yaddy yaddy, she exudes confidence, power, and body inclusivity that we all need more of in this industry. Judah Campbell, welcome to Model Release.
Hey.
Hey, girl.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
An icon, the baddie.
Thank you.
I'm excited to have you here.
I'm excited too. Thank you for having me.
You look so good.
Thank you.
Glowing.
It's an absolute pleasure.
I know we met, I think, in the first year that I was here. We were with the same agency.
What year was that? Because I know things by years. Was that 2018?
2019.
2019.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the pandemic, happened.
This is pre-COVID.
Yeah, pre-COVID. But I just wanted to give you your flowers because even when I first arrived to LA, you were already doing it big, but you've continued to just grow and the jobs have gotten bigger and you just are doing your thing.
Thank you. Yeah. I started modeling in 2018. So really just a year right before you.
Oh, okay, really?
That's when I got signed to Natural was 2018.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And that was my first modeling agency.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So just popping off from Jump Street.
Right? I mean, but if we go back, I was signed as a kid for commercials. 2018 is when I signed for modeling officially, but I did child acting when I was a kid.
That's
and I was signed with LW1, which was Wilhelmina.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, back then. This is in the early 2000s.
That's so cool.
And now LW1 is Aperture, and then now there's Wilhelmina Model. So this was
wow,
a long time ago. But
that's so cool. Mm-hmm. Okay, you've really grown with the industry then.
Yeah, I kind of got thrown into it at a very young age.
I think your parent or your dad is in the industry.
Yeah.
Is that who pushed you kind of into the whole world of this whole craziness? Yeah.
I mean, my dad is an actor. He has been acting since he was a kid. I mean, my dad started when he was just a kid. I mean, he went to performing arts high school.
Okay.
And he has been in the industry since I can ever remember. So him being an actor really got me into everything in the film creative space, So that's really how I got into it. I mean, he was on Girlfriends back in the day.
Iconic.
He was on the Criminal
I still
Minds.
watch that.
Yeah.
I watch all those.
Yeah, all those throwbacks. I mean, they're not even throwback shows. They're still on, but that was his thing. He kind of had me going with him to auditions. I've been doing that since I was a kid. I've been behind the scenes my whole life. Yeah.
That's so cool. Mm-hmm. I think you're the first person I've met that's had that, that experience.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's very rare.
Yeah.
And it's also very helpful because I feel like my parents understand everything.
Yeah.
And it's a great support system to have when your parents know how this industry is, what's going on. I can call my father. He knows about agents. He knows about rates. He knows about just everything. I can call him because he's been there and done that. I mean, he used to model as well. My mom also used to model.
Oh, that's so cool.
She still, so my mom is an OG baddie.
Wow.
I mean,
I need to see the pictures. I need to see the pictures.
My mom's a baddie. Shout out to my mom. She knows exactly what it is. What is popping now, my mom's done that.
That's so cool. Mm-hmm. That's so cool, too, that your dad is still in the industry, too, because usually you'd come across somebody, if their parents were in the industry, they'd reminisce on it, but he's still in it while you're in it. So that's really cool.
Mm-hmm. And my mom also does background work now.
Okay, cool.
So and she'll do with her friends for fun, go do the same job and be in the background and just hang out, because when you do background work, they have you on set for 10, 12 hours. And she even booked a job that my dad was doing for How to Get Away with Murder.
Oh, that's so cool.
She went in the scene and was trying to talk to my dad, and the whole crew was like, "Excuse me, you can't talk to the actors." And she's like, "Oh, that's my husband."
Yeah, back up everybody.
It's just cool that they get to be on set together at times too. So it's kind of we're a whole be like behind the scenes in front of the camera. We're just a whole creative family.
That's so cool.
Yeah, in the industry.
Oh my gosh, you guys need to collab on something.
I know, right? Wouldn't
That'd
that
be really
cool? I
cool.
want to recreate some of my mom's modeling photos that she used to do. That's something I really would like to try.
I could see a documentary for sure.
Really?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be really
That's
fun.
so rare. I've never even heard of that. Like both your parents and you all in the industry at the same time.
Yeah.
That's wild. Getting more into your journey, how did you find your way into modeling again as an adult?
So I was a Mac girl. Before I was modeling, I was a makeup artist.
I can see that.
Really? Okay,
Yes. Faces always beat.
Yes, I've always loved makeup, and that's what I did before I started modeling. And through my connections being in LA, I mean, I worked literally in Sherman Oaks, like at the mall, Mac counter girl, like, you know.
Yeah.
And I met people, and I started doing makeup behind the scenes on like music video shoots and TV and stuff like that. And then I'm like, I would be working on the girls, the models, and the actresses, and I'm like, I think I'm on the wrong side of the camera.
Yeah.
Like,
yes,
you know,
the world needs to see that face.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just started feeling like I love what I'm doing, but I'm not on the wrong side. Like, I think I need to be in front of the camera. And that just kind of got that rolling in my mind. I started posting on Instagram more, kind of just putting myself out there.
Yeah.
And I got scouted by my now agency, Natural Models, on Instagram. And it's funny because like within the same week, I was at Sprouts in Hollywood. This lady comes up to me. She's like, "Are you a model?" I'm like, "No." And she's like, "I want to sign you to my modeling agency." Literally
Stars are
just
aligning.
in the store.
I love that.
So since then, I decided obviously to go with Natural Models, and I've been with them since 2018 when they signed me.
That's been
kinda
history ever since.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel the pressure to change yourself, like physically or just personality wise in this industry?
You know, it's hard for me, and I think going back to my parents also being in this industry, I got the realness of it really quick. I feel like with models, a lot of the times we're a mannequin. You know, we come in and they want to make us whatever they want.
Right.
And we're just supposed to deal with it. You know, we're mannequins. So you're dressing us up, doing our hair, doing whatever you want.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to get to the point in my career where I'm being booked as me.
Yes.
So if I have blue hair, I have blue hair. If I have black nail polish, I have black nail polish. If my lashes, my brows are bleached, whatever it is, they're booking me as me.
Yeah.
I can go on social media and not say whatever I want, but I can be who I am and still get the same opportunities. Because that's always been my goal. I've never tried to change who I am or how I look to mold into what the industry might want me to be. I want to be authentically me, and I want everyone to book me for that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's the goal for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how you know you made it. But if you just stay true to it and it's working for you, then even better.
So I've held on to that. You know, of course, society and the industry and everyone plays a part in how you think you should look or how you think you should act. Of course it does. I mean, no one could ever say that it doesn't. But through all of that, I always stay true to like who I am and what I want to be for myself. Yeah.
Absolutely. I love that. More power to you. We need more of it. So that's why it's lasted that long for you too.
And I encourage everyone to do that because being authentic is really what people like. I mean, we see so many celebrities who were authentically themselves and they ended up blowing up because of their own personality.
Right.
And also, I can't fake it that long. You know what I mean?
It's exhausting. You're going to crash out.
I really try to be who I am. You know, I'm maybe not perfect, but I'm trying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Heard that.
Be me.
Proud of you.
Girl, thank you.
Getting into the career, how do you manage developing your personal brand online and your image as a model?
That's a great question because I don't. I'm being honest because one of the things that's so hard for me that is such a huge part of the industry right now is your presence online.
Yeah.
It's huge. And if I could just have someone recording my life and posting it for me, I would have been blown up.
Yeah.
Because
absolutely.
my life is so insane. I do the craziest, most fun, wildest things.
Yeah.
And I have no one, like, I don't post it. I don't see it. No one knows, you know, because I'll go have a whole night out doing all these things and I just post the next morning at the gym like nothing happened.
Right.
Because it's just a quick little easy video.
Yeah.
So I have to do a better job of having that presence online, posting, showing what I do. Because that also ties back into modeling, because now you go to a casting and they're like, what's your Instagram? How many followers do you have?
Right.
What's your engagement? What's the percentage of women and men on your Instagram? Like, it's down to a T. And a lot of people might not know that. They want to see how many women versus men are following you. What's the age range? Where do they live? Because when you have your Instagram set up as a business, it shows you all those things. It even shows you where most of your followers live, you know? So brands will be like, hey, we need you to post this for UK hours because we're a UK brand. Do you know what I mean? So
it all matters for sure.
It all matters. And when that matters so much and you're doing what I'm doing is not using social media how they want you to, I'm sure it has had an effect on my career. I mean, it has to have, but at the end of the day, I still try. You know, I'm not that much in the dark where I don't post anything, but I feel like I can do a way better job of being online, you know?
Yeah, it can be hard. I struggle with that too. And you said, you know, I want to stay authentic to who I am. And no matter what, even if you are your truest self, the minute you turn your camera towards yourself and you press play, there is a part of that is performative. You are performing, you are putting on a character, your voice might change, you might code switch, things like that. When you do those little everyday things and capture it, it doesn't feel as authentic as just presently living in the moment.
Exactly.
So that's where it becomes hard. Like, how much of my life do I want to feel scripted and 80% myself, and how much do I want to actually just be there?
Yeah, but you know, I'm not private. Like, I'm open to people knowing what I'm doing. I've just always been the type to like be very present. I remember even back, I used to love going to concerts. That was my thing, like in high school. I still do. I love live music. I mean, instruments, just being there with the fans and everything. That's what I love. And I remember my friends would always film, and I would always be like, let's not pull out our phones the whole concert. Like, let's just be in the moment. I've always been that type of person. You know, I just always want to be in the moment. And I find myself now being like, okay, you can be in the moment, but you also need to post.
Right.
Yeah. Do you know?
It's a rat race.
It is. And this is so funny. I'll tell you something. I went on a brand trip in Vegas. First of all, imposter syndrome, because the women who were there are these amazing women who do such an incredible job of posting online and just showing everything. And it's great because I'm one of the people who look at those things and be like, okay, can I buy this? Because she did an outfit try on haul. You know what I mean? So anyways, so I was with all these women, all these followers. They do such a great job. We're at a curated dinner for Tao. We have basically half the restaurant rented out for us. They have a curated meal. They have the five, like, it's amazing. And I'm like, wow, everyone's recording everything. Wow, they bring out the food. I'm starving. I go to get some food. The girl goes, the camera eats first.
Ooh.
I go,
I'm sad.
My bad. She's like, the camera eats first.
Ooh.
And I'm like, let's eat dinner. That's why we're here. It's dinner time. And that, I'll never forget that, because I'm like, oh, I'm not supposed to be here because I was ready to eat and you guys wanted to film it. And then I just see every girl with the camera and then the light, and then they're filming the food. And I'm just like with my chopsticks, like
I'm ready. I've been ready.
And that is just something that has always stuck with me. I mean, shout out to all those girls I went on the trip with. And you know what? I say imposter syndrome. I do deserve to be there. Because I always say this. I'm a model. I'm not an influencer.
There's a big difference.
There's a huge difference. You know what I'm saying?
Night and day.
I think now the industry has combined the two. But I'm staying true to, I am a model. I am not an influencer. If you want someone who's going to be influencing you and selling you things and showing you what to wear, that is not me.
You know, two different titles, two different job descriptions.
Exactly. So I was on that trip as a model, and then some of the girls there were there as influencers, you know? So
it's interesting. I feel like everyone battles with that as models, because we want to stay true to what that really means. And influencing is just literally so different.
It's so much different.
So different.
Because you've experienced, there are people will be like, oh my God, you're a model. Yeah, like an Instagram model. You're like, no. Like a real model, you know?
Yes, the real meaning.
Yeah.
Before social media existed.
Before social media existed.
Totally different. Hats off to you for still moving with the times, because you still have to move along and do it at your own pace, and you're still showing up fully as who you are. So that's all that matters.
Doing it at your own pace. I feel like that's what I'm doing. I am trying to put myself out there more and really be on socials and show people what I'm doing, because I think that people would enjoy seeing it. I mean, it's funny, it's fun. I love the people I'm around. So I'm at my own pace, and I'm really trying to, take it to the next level or next step.
Well, it sounds like you're on your way.
Thank you.
Sure.
Trying.
Getting into life in LA, what keeps you connected to your sense of self here?
That's a good question. What keeps me connected to my sense of self here? I think just surrounding yourself with people who feel like home. And for me, feeling like home is, I'm from LA. I'm from Pasadena. I moved to San Diego when I was in high school, and I made a lot of great friends there, and they all do different things. I mean, nurses, my friend works in biotech. I have a friend who works in politics, just kind of does everything. And I'm still friends with them. We've been friends since I was my freshman year in high school. I think just keeping people like that around you who have nothing to do with any of this stuff.
Absolutely. Yep. Very important.
It just keeps you grounded, if that makes sense. And I'm just really particular about the people that I surround myself around, because when you go home, you just want to be able to chill and just
turn your brain off.
Turn your brain off. You know what I mean? And not all and I have a lot of friends who are in the industry, but even those friends that I keep close to me, that's just our job. That's not who we are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So if we're not working, why are we talking about work? You know, does everyone else do that?
Right.
No. But it's for some reason in LA, no one could stop talking about what they do.
Yeah.
Or who they did this with, or where they were, or what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we're not working, why are we talking about it? And I think that's something that helps me stay grounded here. It's just being around people who we're all just doing our thing, and our conversations don't revolve around the industry. Yeah. I think, to say the least.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think that relates back to you saying, I'm a model, not an influencer.
Yeah.
I feel like influencing really is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Modeling is, a lot of your time and investment, but you go to do a job, you execute, and you go home. Yeah. And you do whatever you want to do with the rest of your evening. Got to keep that balance.
Yeah, definitely a balance.
Have you ever felt lost in the noise of LA? And if so, how did you, find your way back to yourself?
At some point, we all feel lost. Finding yourself back is always the key. And it's hard. Yeah. I'm laughing because the way I deal with things probably isn't the healthiest. I will literally just shut down for a couple days or a week, however long. All my friends, my family, everyone knows. I just shut down. I just self-care.
What does that mean? Are we not responding to texts, calls? What are we doing?
We're not texting. We're not responding to anybody. I'll respond to my family or the people who are really close to me. But I think when I find myself steering off the road, I just do a reset. And for me, a reset is just a complete blackout of everybody.
So this is like a hard factory reset.
It's a hard reset. So yeah. It's just me and my cats and the love of my life and maybe a couple friends. And I'm just chilling, relaxing, doing what I want to do, putting into me. Whatever that looks like. It might look like something different for everybody, I just do a me reset. Yeah. I think that's the best way to put it. Whatever that looks like for you is what you should do when you find yourself getting lost.
Are you a 90s kid?
Yeah, 98.
Okay, because all the things you've said so far are kind of like a timeless approach on life. I've noticed you want to be a model and stay true to yourself and do what that really means. And back in the day before there was social media, people reset the same way you're describing. So I'm you sound like a 90s kid.
98.
Yes. I think that's all very healthy.
Yeah, I made the cut to the 90s kid. I feel like, are you 90s too? Okay, yeah. So maybe, I don't know. I feel like our generation, we're so much different than the 2000s.
Yes, kids. For sure. Definitely a slower approach on life.
So much slower. People always tell me I live a very slow pace life. The slow pace is where it's at. That's how you keep your sanity. Because in a world where everything is being recorded, everything, well, at least in our industry, everything is just so like,
just go,
it's really nice to just sit down and just be okay and just be real calm about it. I'm a Pisces too. I don't know if that has to do with it.
Maybe, yeah. But I think probably the generation too.
And a sprinkle of the Pisces.
Yes. What's like the main characteristic of a Pisces that's a lot different from the other signs?
Not only are we creative, but it's our minds. We're really deep and tuned in our mind. We're water, we flow. Our sign is a fish. Now, I'm not into astrology. This is just my take on it. So don't clock me if that's really your thing.
Okay.
But I also view astrology like religion, but that's a whole nother thing. Anyways, being a Pisces, I just feel like we flow. We're very creative. We're very in our head. Maybe that's why I isolate myself when I'm feeling as if I'm going on a different road than I'm supposed to be. We get in our heads. We daydream. We play things in movies. It's like a movie in our mind. And I feel like a lot of signs are different or process things differently.
Yeah, interesting. You definitely exude all of that, like water, calm, grounded.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I do.
All right, y'all. So we're going to play a little game today. It's a little surprise segment, and it's called Lights, Camera, or Cap. So it's going to be a rapid fire. I'm going to give you some statements, and you're just going to let me know if it's true or cap.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Curve modeling is disappearing from the industry.
True. It's so true. Are we going to talk about it?
Hey, we can say whatever we want. You can expand. You can keep it short. Whatever's on your heart.
I don't know what's going on. Skinny is in, fat is out.
Like, are we back in the 90s, 80s? What's happening?
It was epic. I don't, let me be careful with what I say. I don't know what's going on. I don't understand what's going on, but I don't know why it's going on, because if we all touch some grass and look beyond the walls of Instagram and of TikTok and Snapchat and every single social media platform there is out there, there are real people in the world who need real representation.
Yes.
There are women in this world who need to go to the store and have a size that they can get. Why can I not go to the mall and get a cute little outfit and go home and call it a day?
And we don't want the frumpy stuff either. We want real fashion. In every size.
Yeah. And we're not asking for something new. We're just asking for what you already make, just in our size. And body positivity was a huge trend. Unfortunately, I have to say trend for a long time. And now we are seeing the decline of diversity in the industry. I don't understand why, but it just is what it is. And I just don't know how that could be when we walk around in the world and there's so many people who look so different.
Right.
Everyone's bodies look completely different. You can't tell me every single person in this world is between a size extra small and large.
Right. There's literally more extra small extension sizes than there are a size 14.
Absolutely.
You can get like extra small, extra small, and then you have a hard time even getting an extra large.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
And it's so important for women to be able to go online and see someone who looks like them or someone that they could relate to. I mean, that's my biggest thing in modeling. When I was young, if I could see a girl like me, that would have changed my life. And for me, that was Raven Simone.
Yeah.
She's the only woman who looks like me, acted like me, dressed like me, can relate to. That's so Raven. Like, that's it.
That's literally all we had, actually.
That's all we had.
Wow.
Now, if we could have that across the board,
that would be like life-changing.
You would save so many young girls like having to go to therapy later, having to fix themselves, because you're just showing young women that there's not just one way to look. You can look this way, or you know. So I just think that's really important. And it's sad to see that it's disappearing right before our eyes.
When we're younger too, that's when our brains are being programmed, like our development. And it is crazy we had one person to look at as kids. It's just wild.
And I'm sure there was more women out there who were doing it, but you know, that's who stuck in my mind, because that's who I grew up watching.
Yeah.
So the curve industry, we're seeing the decline now. I'm sure it'll start inclining at some point, but for now it's just like
it just evaporated overnight.
Yeah,
so it's
basically take the crumbs you're getting and be happy with it. That's what they're telling models.
Yeah, sad times. You can love your body at any size and still feel pressure to change it.
It's true, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
It is.
But don't fall into that cycle, you guys. Just don't.
It's more about who you are than what you look like.
You know, It's sad that that's not true. That's cap
Mm-hmm.
because it's about what you look like. So it just depends on what field of work you're in. I mean, influencers on TikTok, it's not really about what they look like. It's about who they are because
Right.
that's why they have their following. But it's for modeling, it's what we look like.
Yeah. You've worn clothes on a shoot that weren't actually made in your size.
Absolutely.
Sad
Yes.
truth. Sad truth.
So true. When you're buying things online, you guys, I wouldn't go by what the website says or even how it looks on the model. They clip us.
Mm-hmm.
They turn you for angles. They completely,
Manipulate the situation.
Manipulate the situation.
Yes.
Not also in a terrible way. I mean, these companies produce a mass amounts of clothing, and sometimes they can't always get our sizes right on set, so they have to put us in something that might be too small or too big, or someone else wore it, whatever the case may be. But it's all a show.
Going viral is more important than being signed in 2025.
That's a great question. Who fucking knows these days? Who knows?
Right.
I don't know, because you could go viral and that's just that and it is what it is. You could be signed and get put in front of a lot of people or at least meet people and get opportunities that way. It depends on what your version of success is. I'll say that.
Period. Clock that T. Clock that T. Most fashion campaigns still center whiteness and thinness even when they appear diverse.
Yes, unfortunately.
Heartbreaking.
I think we can grow out of that though.
Yeah.
We're not on the right track right now.
No.
But if we get on the right track, then I think we can grow out of that.
Yeah, I hope so. Curve models are treated differently behind the scenes on set.
You know what? It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Not all the time.
Yeah, not all the time.
It depends on, your outlook on situations, but unfortunately, it is true. At some point, we've all been treated differently.
Yeah. Being on trend in activism is more important to some brands than real impact.
Of course. Of course. Yeah, as long as they look like it online,
Last but not least, some agencies are quietly removing curve boards altogether or not replacing talent.
They are. I heard that Next Models has removed their curve board. I heard they're dropping us like flies.
I got out of my contract with LA Models. I'll just say that. I got out of my contract in less than a month after that happened. They removed the curve board completely.
Really? I've been hearing that. I've been seeing some TikToks about the girls. They're not only are they not booking us, but they're losing representation by their agencies. Is it that serious?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing, but it's just like, damn, it's kind of cold-hearted.
Yeah. Directors have left that are leading the curve board, things like that, and just doing away.
So they're losing their job as well.
Yeah. Or maybe they're like just bowing out because it's not lucrative anymore.
Maybe.
So, yeah, it's just crazy.
It's a huge shift we're seeing.
It is. It's unfortunate, but I think, everything comes back around. Trends are always changing, but
absolutely.
I mean, the people that are walking around in the world are still all different sizes, so it needs to be represented in media.
Absolutely. That's why I don't understand why they're pulling it so drastically when you go outside and it's not like everyone is, a size 2 through 4.
But then there's always big pharma and medical sales. So they want to push it.
It's true.
Billion-dollar company.
If there's no sizes, you won't get big, huh? Won't fit. Anyone should be able to go in the mall and get clothes.
Right.
Regardless of what size you are. It just is what it should be.
Agreed.
And cute clothes. Not just a t-shirt and something ugly. I mean, a cute outfit.
Yes. Head
like
to
something
toe.
for the girls.
Yes. Everyone wants to put that shit on, okay?
Yeah. And we all should put that shit on.
Yeah. Period. Getting into mental health and wellness, what impact has this industry had on your mental health?
It's had a huge impact on my mental health. I mean, before modeling, I didn't really notice a lot of the things about myself that are seen as insecurities because why would I? When you start modeling, you literally have to look at yourself all of the time. That is your job. You're on set, and not only are you looking at yourself, but everyone there is over analyzing you. And that can take a huge mental toll on a woman because we deal with so much as it is, even without being in the industry, just with society. So it absolutely takes a toll on your mental health because you start thinking like, am I the problem, or should I change this, or is this something that I should be concerned about? You find yourself comparing yourself to other people and other women, and it's just terrible. That's why you have to have such a strong heart and a strong mind in this industry, because if you don't, it'll absolutely tear you to shreds.
I can agree with that. For me, I feel like I'm confident and I do love myself. But if I'm working a lot and I'm seeing myself and I'm recording content, I'm like, God, I'm tired of seeing myself over and over and over again. So if you have that and then you have a set of people picking you apart, it can just be really taxing.
And you just have to keep reminding yourself, like, if everyone else is picking you apart, why are you doing it to yourself too? It's not going to help anything. That's where I try and stay grounded, because if everyone else is picking me apart, as they should, I mean, it's their job. They have to.
Yeah.
Why am I doing it too? I got what I got, and I'm going to get it and have it and love it. And that's just what it is. That's what I tell myself. But also, I thank my parents, because they also have played a big part in my mental health now as a model, because they have always told me how beautiful I am. They've never made me feel like no one in my family has ever done that to me. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
like
absolutely,
all the toxic drama, all no, my family was not like that. I've always been told I was beautiful, accepted, you know, and they've always had my back. And I think that also has a lot to do with how I deal with things as a model now. And I've always been a confident person. Even since I was young, my auntie always tells me, she's like, you've always been so confident. Even when I was in school, in like middle school, and everyone liked everyone except me, basically. Like, what's wrong with all y'all? Do you not see the baddie that you're looking at? Like, I'm a baddie. Why do you not like me?
Yeah, that comes from home, though. Like, having that love and support.
I've always known I was a baddie. And people always tell me you're very confident. And I am, because why not?
Absolutely. Don't need somebody else to tell you.
Exactly.
Love that. So important. I think it's important, too, to, like, know if you're trying to model and walk into this industry, you need to start off really loving yourself. I don't think it's an industry you should come into if your sense of self or self-confidence is shaky, because it will break you down.
It'll be really hard.
It'll be really hard.
It'll be tough. And, you know, and that's not saying that you have to be perfect on those levels when you step into this industry. It's just saying, like, just know what you're putting yourself in for, you know?
Absolutely. You said something interesting earlier about, you know, people picking you apart as their job. Do you feel like creating content on your own is hard because we're so used to seeing these perfected images that have so much strategy and planning behind it, and it's like that final polished look?
Yeah. I mean, it's really hard, because the thing with modeling is you go onto set, you do your job, and you have no say in what images they pick, what they do with it, how they post it. You have no say. But when you're doing it for yourself online, you have every say. So then you overanalyze what you're posting. Oh, I got to refilm it, or I got to edit this, or at the end of the day, you just say, fuck the whole thing. I'm not even going to post it. Hi.
Me, us.
You know? And that
very
also
true.
is crazy, because now we're in a day of self-tapes. Where before, you used to go to your audition, go in the room, you got one chance, mama, to book that shit. You got one take. And you're done. Now, you have unlimited takes. And then you find yourself over analyzing this before you send it in. Some people say that's good because it gives you a chance to redo things. And then some people are like, it drives me insane. I'm part of the people where it drives me insane.
Me too.
I would to get one take and let it be done.
One take, all the pressure, all lights,
off,
camera.
it's done,
that's it.
You know?
It will be what it will be.
So I think that is all around with modeling, acting, and everything in between, with influencing now, being in between those spaces. Or just social media. You just overanalyze everything.
The big difference between modeling and like influencing is modeling feels kind of euphoric. Like you're on set, you're in the art and the movement, and then influencing is like you have to overanalyze, think, and script.
Absolutely.
So that's why it can be really hard when, you know, let's say you're trying to be a model and an influencer and you're 80% modeling and 20% influencing. It's like you're almost splitting yourself in half, like two different personalities, for sure.
I 100% relate to that.
Moving on to inspiration and advice. Who's someone who truly believed in you before you believed in yourself?
My parents.
Love that.
Hate to keep bringing it back to them. Well, actually, no, because they're my backbone. My parents, they always believed in me. Anything I wanted to do, they would do it. I wanted to play violin, bought me a violin, put me in lessons. I wanted to sing and do opera. I went to opera summer camp.
Oh, period.
Yeah. I want to play soccer. Here's a soccer ball. Literally anything I would do, my parents would be like, let's get her into it. Where can we sign her up? I want to model. She's going to model.
I love that.
We have her back, 10 toes down.
That backing is everything.
It is. And they've always been like that. And they just always supported me in everything I've ever wanted to do.
Is there a quote or mantra you believe that guides you?
Absolutely. I got this one from my father, who's been in this industry for years and years and years and years and years. I tell this to everyone that I know in the industry. Never get too high. Never get too low.
Ooh, love that.
You can never get too excited. You can never get too down on yourself, because there'll be times where you book a job. This is a huge job. This has happened to me. Huge. I'll just use myself as an example. Before Skims was even Skims, it was Kimono. And before Kim even had this whole big brand, it was something that was out of the Yeezy office. They brought me in and were like, we're going to cast you for this video. It's the opening of Skims. We're going to launch it on this video. You're going to be the star, blah, 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 blah. I had the creative director of Skims tell me, we're going to book you, everything. I was so excited.
I can only imagine.
Oh my God.
It's huge.
Launch Kim Kardashian's new line.
Yeah.
Guess who didn't book it?
Yeah.
They told me I did.
Part.
Guess who didn't book it? I got so high just to completely have that ripped away.
Yeah.
Stay with me though.
Ooh.
2 years later, I get a booking. That same video that they were going to do, they just saved it for me, and I did it a year later.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Yeah. Wow.
So I ended up booking it just at a different time. Now, I didn't launch the brand, but I still worked for the brand, and they kept booking me after that. If you get too high, things could be ripped away. They'll fly you out, film your whole scene, do everything, and then bring you home and cut you from the whole shoot, the whole commercial, the whole everything.
Yeah, it's so
You'll
common.
still get paid. But you told everyone, hey guys, guess who I'm working for, guess what I'm doing, and then where is it? You know? And then you can't get too low, because it might just not be your time. Yeah. And that's okay. It's not you. It's never you. Never get too high. Don't get too low. Just always stay somewhere in the middle. But be proud of yourself, congratulate yourself, and celebrate. But never get too, in the clouds. Never get too hard on yourself to where you're going to give up, because that's just absolutely not. You can't do that. You can't give up.
So looking to the future, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Not location-wise or accolades, but mentally and spiritually.
Mentally and spiritually, I see myself kind of guiding someone, or just not just one person, maybe just a group of women. I really hope that by then I'm more comfortable putting myself out there, and I can just really help people with their journeys, whether that's self-confidence or personally in the industry, just kind of all around with everything. So I see myself doing that for other people, and spiritually just being very not confident, but just grounded with who I am, and just really just okay with that, and let my blessings come, and the ones that go, and just kind of going with the flow. I would love to just go with the flow and not have to worry.
When people look back on your model release and the imprint you've left, what do you hope they see?
I hope everyone sees a girl who stayed true to herself, had great people around her, had a healthy way of living, and just did her damn thing, took these photos, did what she did, had fun. It was just super cool. That's just, very simple. Just a good vibe. She got good family. She got really cool friends. She's really nice. Really simple. Life can be very simple if you let it.
Very much so.
I want them to see a confident girl who did her thing, stood on business, and
10 toes down, not one toe missing.
Okay, like Amaya said on Love Island. 10 toes down. I got on my gold heels. Okay?
Yes. Not one toe missing.
Not one toe missing. Just very simple.
Yeah. I think you described the true meaning of an it girl.
Yeah.
Just being yourself.
Yeah. There's so much drama, so much trauma. Trauma rhymes. And just so much mess around people who leave legacies. And I just don't want any of that negativity surrounding me and my legacy and what I leave back. I just want to be unproblematic. Yeah. And just want people to follow in those footsteps. Not everything has to be a disaster.
Yep.
You know?
I agree.
Like, trauma doesn't, like, people are like, oh, the trauma makes you stronger. Yeah, it does. But not everything has to be so, like, sad. And
yeah, you don't have to make it your whole identity.
Yeah.
For sure. I love that. I think that's important.
Yeah.
See, you are a 90s baby.
Okay.
Because you're taking it back to, like, just that timeless era of just positivity, honestly.
Truly.
So I love that.
I feel.
Well, it's been great having you on.
Thank you.
You are such a light and a beautiful person inside and out.
Thank you.
You've really already impacted so many people, and I can't wait to see what else you do.
Thank you. I'm excited too.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been amazing chit-chatting with you.
You as well.
I want to interview you. I want to ask you questions.
You're going to see more of us together on
Yes,
this season for sure.
definitely.
Before we end the episode, did you want to plug your socials or anything that you're working on?
Absolutely. My Instagram is Judah France Campbell. My TikTok is also Judah France Campbell. So yeah, just go ahead and follow me there and let's have some fun. I'll add everyone to the close friends if you DM me and say you found me from this podcast.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye, cuties.
We did it!